All right, hello everyone and welcome back to more Halls of Torment. Today we're going to be playing as the cleric, and this time we'll actually read the stats because I feel like I understand this game a little bit better to the point that reading stats doesn't feel pointless. All right, so the cleric starts out with a base health of 400, no defense, no block strength. The regen, which is really nice, is already at 1 health a second, which is great. Perhaps we can get to 2 health a second for no particular reason. The movement speed is 4.5 meters a second. Comparatively, that is slower. All right, comparatively, that is a slower movement speed, but that's okay. We can always add that on. Weakens enemies and has high regen values. That's like the overview of the cleric. Upon each level up, I get a plus 0.01 seconds of regen and plus 10 base damage for my holy scepter, which is my weapon that I start with. And every 10 levels, I get plus 5% trigger effect on hit chance. Don't know what that is, but we get it. The holy scepter is magic and melee, deals damage in a cone, equally split among all foes. What I really like about that is that means when we do the final boss, all the damage is on the boss. That sounds pretty nice because it already does 2,000 base damage. No crit chance. The crit bonus is 45%. Its attack speed is almost half a second, 0.366, so like 1/3 of a second, something like that. Multi-strike is 2, and force applies knockback. So without ever clicking on it to actually start playing it, the goal I would say is crit chance. If we can stack up the crit and maybe stack up the attack speed on this, that could be pretty sick because it's doing 2,000 damage already. So it looks like attack speed to have like a perma laser cone of damage, whatever it looks like, don't really know. That would be cool. And then because it already does 2,000 damage, the crits are going to be wild on it. Random goal in the back of my head. Can I get 2 HP regen a second? I don't know. But yeah, that's who we're playing with. Let's get started. All right, so first things first, gotta remember how the controls work. That's kind of cool. It's just like an array, which is sick. I think maybe it could be beneficial to increase our area. It makes our attack bigger, therefore spread our damage amongst more things, but we do 2,000 base damage. And if we decide that we spread our damage out too much, we just get more damage. Easy peasy. So for the first upgrade, we will just select range. We'll get plus 10 range or 10% range, whatever it was. That way things can't get things don't need to get as close to us. So I think 15% crit bonus is not the crit chance. Wild, I know. So we're gonna go with plus 10% damage because that's gonna make us okay. So our base damage is 2,000, and that was a hit for 2,222. So 10% is a lot. For those of you who can't math, 10% of 1,000 is 100. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure I'm right though. We're going to go ahead and pick up a base crit chance. Such a small number, but I don't know. That's what it says. Actually, can we is it really that? Crit chance. Oh, it just becomes 5%. So every one of those upgrades is 5%. Okay. Yeah, so it'll be fine. Anyways, let us continue to annihilate skeletons. All right, here I'm not seeing a lot of particularly great options. I do want to raise the crit bonus at some point, but right now I'm mostly focused on crit chance. And if I can't get my crit chance up there, there's no point in working on my crit balance bonus at this point. So I'm going to take some of this delicious HP regen. Mostly because, as I said in the back of my head, I want to see if I can get to 2 a second. I definitely do, however, want to raise my attack speed because this is way too slow. This is way too slow. I should have checked to compare it with the archer's attack speed because I like the archer's attack speed because this is incredibly slow. But we are making our way down to that weapon. Yes. And as if the video game heard me, here we go, some plus 7% attack speed. This would be really cool to add additional debuffs, but I don't think I have any debuffs right now, so we're just gonna take the attack speed. The knockback is probably also going to be great, assuming that we can't just insta one-shot everything. The knockback will be nice because if we can get our attack speed high enough, we could get our attack speed up high enough, we could do lots of damage. Also, I now understand the multi-strike, where it's in multi-strike 2, because the little thingy goes out twice. I don't know if we can increase that, because that would definitely be beneficial in making sure that like whatever we target gets annihilated if it gets hit twice. Looks like maybe our scepter has an on-hit ability, because it did, I think it made him fragile. I didn't realize it just had one. We are going to go with arcane splinters. Shoot short range projectiles in a vertical spread pattern. I don't think I've had this one before, or maybe I have and I'm not remembering correctly. I'm a fan of the phantom needles, but I'm going to try to, for a small most part, pick other ones except for this one. Maybe we'll end up picking that one. But for now, I think we're gonna go with the arcane splinters. It also is magic damage. Not that I know if that has any effect, but ours is also magic damage. So like maybe there's like a magic damage boost situation. Don't know, have no idea. But this is what we're gonna go with. Ow. And then we're going to throw ourselves. I guess we do have a debuff. So even though I would like the crit chance, let's add some debuff effect, because if we can fragile out every little boss, those are cute. And we can apply fragile to every boss, that would be incredibly beneficial. Okay, so that's just kind of like little mini turrets, but not really turrets. They hang around and they deal the damage while I've gone about my ways. We are still currently able to one-shot everything. Or I guess I'm gonna call it one volley, because I don't really care enough to pay attention. So we can one volley everything, but the attack speed is still so low. It's still so low. We gotta do something about that. Let's increase our movement speed, just because moving faster is better, as we have seen with some of the bosses that we do have to fight. Sometimes you really wish you could wiggle just a wee bit faster. All right, this is for our weapon, plus 10 damage, area, and range. We will take that. I was just gonna take this area, but upgrading the weapon is far better. Also, we have all these skeletons here who for some reason think they are a threat to us. They would be even less of a threat if the attack speed was up. Yes, I definitely think taking attack speed over crit chance in this situation is necessary. Because even with so many things and our damage is being spread out between all of them, amongst all of them, I still feel really strong for the moment. Increase attack speed, but shortens the projectile size. Sure. Not even gonna think too hard about that. It's its own upgrade, so like it can't be, surely it can't be a bad upgrade if it's that weapon's own upgrade. That's my logic anyways. Feel free to comment down below if you think that was terrible logic. Because why would a weapon's own upgrade be detrimental to itself? Let us just increase the movement speed and base regen, because all those things are great. And if my math is mathing correctly based off of the upgrades that I've accumulated, we are looking at 1.5 a second. Okay, here I'm looking at this fragile chance and affliction chance, which looks pretty good, but I'm actually gonna take the force just to give us a little bit more knockback, because I think that'll be good. We're still one-shotting things, but I'd rather not be surprised once we no longer one volley, one shot something, because it's still right there in our face. So I'd rather have the force now to knock it back good or whatever. And then, oh, we are melting the boss though. Nice. But yeah, I'd rather not be surprised. Elven slippers, which increase block strength while moving. Spike boots and base crit chance. We will take the wooden ring. I wasn't a fan of the spike boots last time. Not that there's anything wrong with them, I just wasn't a fan of them. They didn't seem like they were doing much for me. I could be wrong, but they didn't seem like they were doing much. And then here, I think I'm just gonna take more area, increase my cone of attack. All right, here we are at this ability. Let's just go ahead and yoink it. We are going to take, we're going to take the lightning strike. The strike strikes random enemies with lightning surrounding hit enemies will be electrocuted. Can increase its crit chance and the area that it strikes, but it has less attack speed. I prefer attack speed, but I would also like it if it hit a large area, especially if it hits like a large area and does a large amount of damage. Then you don't really need it necessarily to have high attack speed because it's wiping out the zone that it hits. Except for me needs high damage and high attack speed. Let's see, block strength checks before defense. If the block value equals the unreduced damage of an attack, the block chance is 50%. If the block value exceeds the damage by ×4, the chance to block becomes 100%. Generic trait. Applies to all characters and all abilities if possible. Oh, let's grab a little bit of that. Doesn't hurt to protect yourself a bit. Also, I like how the lightning damage registers as like a different, or like maybe the electrocute damage. So the electrocute that procs after electricity hits has a different, it's like blue with a little lightning bolt next to it. What is that? What is this? Reduced area and range of my main weapon, but increases the attack speed by 15%. I guess we could just throw that back on. Assuming that it doesn't keep reducing my range and area, I could just throw this back on because I've already added area and range, I'm pretty sure, maybe. But it does give me attack speed. So I'm gonna take it, but I don't like it. I'm gonna have to put those back on. I don't know how to give it more multi-strike. I think multi-strike is its own upgrade you can pick, I think. Defense reduces damage taken by a certain ratio. Negative defense increases received damage. Okay. I'm going to take the regen and movement speed. Yes. Because I think now, yeah, now we're at 2 point extra nonsense a second. Nice. All right, no more regen needed. We get regen automatically when we level up. Ooh, just gonna walk through that. But like I said, just because I wanted to see if it, I want to see if it makes a difference. At some point, we're gonna start getting hit a lot. Just based off of how my other playthroughs have went. You just get hit a lot at some point, and we can see if 2 regen makes a difference, because 1 regen a second doesn't make that big of a difference. Got a couple of wizards, but I'm a wizard too now. I'm a wizard too. Still not attacking as fast as I would like to, which is ridiculous. I'm going to take the attack speed on my lightning strikes, because like I said, I always like attack speed. I'm never not going to be like, this is attacking way too fast. I'm always like, this isn't fast enough. What do you mean the enemies are still alive on my screen? Oh, this one looks really good, plus 30% damage, but look at the attack speed. I gotta take the attack speed, because this theoretically will come back. This attack speed may never come back. It's a general trait. It could be replaced by any old thing. So I'm gonna take the attack speed, even though I really want that plus 30% damage on the arcane splinter. But we're gonna take the attack speed, and we're going to continue to annihilate these little guys. And eventually, one day, it'll just be pew, 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 just like that. That's my goal. All right, none of these are particularly great, so I will just take extra crit bonus. I would love more crit chance, but you know, we're hitting a couple crits every now and then. So I'll take the extra damage. Also, it's just extra damage, so it's still useful, but I wish that option, that selection of upgrades would have been a bit better. There is no reroll as far as I can see. And the only thing you can skip, it looks like, is picking up an ability. Looks like you could just take the XP instead of the abilities. That's the only one that I've seen where you can kind of be like, no thanks, I'm good. Oh, I forgot that he stands up after his shield falls off. I guess we would take the Astronomer's Orbs next, and if we can manage to get a 4th one, maybe then we take the splinters or the needles. We're gonna add some more area, cone of effect, And then, oh, here we go. Finally, a multi-strike. Yes, we will take the multi-strike so that we hit more. There's that crit chance. But I want to give my astral orbs an upgrade. Disrespectful. Oh, there's more crit chance, but now there's damage. Oh man, I'm never getting the crit chance. We gotta take the damage. And then I guess we will take more effect on our orbs, movement speed, range, damage. Just because they're a little behind everybody else. They're a little bit behind me. We do have to make sure we get movement speed because our movement speed does affect how fast the orbs spin. Increase multi-strike, but once again, take down area and range. I will take that because that means that we will hit, our volleys will be that much stronger. It looks like our volleys can be a different amount. We're not always hitting for the same amount of volleys. Minimum 2, but it changes. Let us get range. We gotta put range back on. Yes, let's get the plus 10% range because we were knocking off some of our range, and I like to have a little bit of range so I don't have to get too close to things. Also, it looks like if it just keeps taking down your range and area, eventually I feel like you could accidentally get surrounded because you don't realize that you lost all your range and area cone of attack. We're going to take the 30% damage on our arcane splinters minus some force on them. I don't know what their force does, but they're gonna lose some force. I feel like though our cone is quite small now. I could be, you know, tripping all in my head, gaslighting myself, but I feel like it's not as wide as it was. I'm going to take some movement speed for my orbs, and I'm going to continue to annihilate some kinetic sand doggos. I'm going to put more damage on my astral splinters because that seems like a great idea. That apparently was a great idea. We got a thing for that. So maybe now, maybe it's like the phantom needles, and maybe now next time I pick up an ability, we can get like an upgraded arcane splinters. However, I will take some base crit chance, which is great. What are we up to now? Our attack speed is almost there. Almost there to what? I'm not sure, but it's almost there. We are at 25% chance, so 1 in 4 hits is a crit. But if we're multi-striking, that's like 1 volley, 1 to 2 volleys, and we get a crit. And I do want to adjust my cone so that it's a little bit wider. Even though it does spread out the damage, I still think I'm doing enough damage. Like nothing's really living. Oh, we got a little boss showing up. I do remember that I wanted to go up towards those gloves, so well, he's dead. I'm going to make my way up to those gloves so I can collect everything that's been on the ground. Summon skeletons to fight beside you. Attack speed? Yeah, we're taking the quicksand gloves for 30% attack speed. That's exactly what we're doing. And now we're going to make our way up to the gloves. We're just going to take some crit damage. Just because, like I said, we're doing a lot of crit now, 1 in 4. So I'm more than happy to put some time into increasing our critical damage. Gonna add ourselves another plus 10% damage. I would like to upgrade these, but damage is damage. And that damage applies to everybody, so it's good damage. But mostly it's my damage. Alright, we got ourselves some more attack speed, which is always nice. We're also finding ourselves taking quite a bit of damage because we're getting surrounded by too many different things. We've got the slimes that turn into other slimes, smaller slimes, so we can't really clear a path through them. The skeletons aren't too bad, but it's mostly, I'm gonna be honest, it's mostly these very annoying blue-robed wizards that just spawn in around you. Oh, and a wizard boss, but he's really weak. The wizards are very, very weak. Probably like me, they have like no defense. Okay, he's dead. We're gonna rush right in there to grab... Ah, yes, the upgraded thingy. So now we have Arcane Shivers. Reduces the amount of splinters, but makes them burst into smaller ones for a short time. Thus the covered area and the total amount of projectiles increase or something like that. Sick. And then we will take more range. Oh yeah, that's gonna do some good damage. I mean, I can't actually see how much damage they're actually doing. I could look, but I'm not going to. But I have to imagine they're doing some pretty good damage. And then we will just take more damage, just another 10% damage. I like it. All right, we're actually not going to do the range. We're going to increase our orbs crit chance and crit damage. just so that we make sure our orbs are doing something for us. We're gonna add some more movement speed onto us because movement speed is beneficial for some of these bosses, and also it helps our fears. So I walked upwards while pointing my area of attack upwards, and we have enough movement speed that we could pretty much out move a lot of the things that were coming after us. So it's not bad. That's not bad. As for what we're going to grab for all this, hopefully damage and attack speed. Attack speed for our lightning strike? Sure, I'll take it. More damage area lowers attack speed, that's fine. Our lightning strikes appear to be doing a good amount of damage, I'm not gonna lie. They look pretty good. We will add ourselves some defense and movement speed, and then we will give ourselves nothing, but we'll give our splinters more attack speed. We'll add ourselves some crit chance. We were at 25, now we're at something else. 30, I think, is what we agreed upon. 5% for everything. Then we're gonna give ourselves some attack speed because that's super great and awesome. We want that. Give ourselves some more crit chance. Seeing lots of crits now, so that is good. Good. I want to increase our area. Can I get some area? I can get area. Excellent. What a kind game. And then we will take damage on our splinters. All right, that seemed like a pretty productive amount of upgrades. But now I don't see anything hanging out on the side of the screen, so nothing to walk towards. There is a boss just staring at us. We're going to give our orbs more movement speed, range, and damage. And then we're going to fight this necromancer and its weird necromancer dogs. Dude, we melt bosses. If we can get to the end, I think we could do some serious damage to end boss. Health and defense and crit bonus. Copper ring it is. All right, here I think I'm gonna give us more crit bonus because we got 7 minutes left on the clock, so I want to try to maximize damage. Here I want to take more movement speed again because it helps our orbs, again because I want to be able to outrun all of the boss's ground abilities. It'd be great not to get caught in those because we are probably very squishy. I'd have to actually imagine we are quite squish. So obviously I would like to not get hit by anything, which means I need to be able to scurry out of the way. Also, did not find another one of those fragment thingies. Have no idea what that is. But I also have no idea what that fragment thing did. I'm not even sure if it did anything. That being said, we're gonna take some area. It feels better if I can clear out a larger group in one sitting. So just a couple more of those upgrades and I think I'll be fine. Like, this feels pretty good now, honestly, but maybe like one more just to be sure. Because when you get surrounded like this is where I really want to be able to take out as many as possible because our attack speed still isn't as high as I would like. It's not painfully slow anymore. Oof. But it is not as much as I would like. We're going to take some more attack speed. We're going to take some attack speed on our lightning strikes. Here we're going to take more base critical chance. That means we are up to 40% crit chance. That is not bad. Again, I think we're just going to take more area. That way we make sure that we can clear out these mobs as they try to surround us in the final 2 minutes. We got an achievement for surviving 28 minutes without picking up a HP buff. So that's a thing. We're gonna pick up more damage. We're gonna get down to the last few seconds being surrounded. I don't like being surrounded by the green slime goops because again, I haven't walked into them, so I have no idea what they do, but I know they're there and I don't like that they're there. These aren't super great. This one might be pretty decent, but I don't know where we're already at. So I'm just going to upgrade the astral orb speed and damage and range. I also would like to get one of those like ability upgrades because I'm pretty sure I can upgrade a few of my abilities by now. So it would be nice if I could. Oh goodness, I'm getting lots of achievements. Oh goodness, we might die. We might die. We need to get out of this circle because there are wizards surrounding me. And I need to okay, that was rude. Guys, stop. I need to regen my HP. Too many wizards. They're too strong. Oh, we gotta go towards the buckets. The buckets might have food in them. Oh, he's here. Oh, we have like no HP. That's super great. Keep pointing it at him. Try to dodge his wizard abilities. If anything, we just run away. Like, that sounds really lame, but we need to get our HP back. Oh, don't let him hit you. Don't let him hit you. Knock him back. Knock him back. Oh, oh. We're doing a terrible job at dodging. We're doing a terrible job at dodging. Mostly because I really can't see. Sight is not... Oh, we died. If we had... I feel like if we actually had our HP, we would have been fine. We started that boss fight with 100 HP. All that attack speed, and I still could barely get away from that dude. Attack speed, movement speed. Well, we can see our damage over here. Again, our personal weapon did the most. And then this is the arcane splinters. So just looking at this rough thing, I think arcane splinters and phantom needles are probably the best. Not that maybe these guys got their chance to shine. They're not bad in the number department, but can confirm there's not enough regen to actually survive unless you get a character whose whole thing is regening. Maybe we should build more defense because I really don't build any defense. All right, there is no new character yet, or maybe at all. I don't really know. So next time we will play as the swordsman. Bye-bye.